and former member of the Canadian Parliament, released the comparative guide to help consumers make informed, scientifically based decisions about nutritional supplements. The latest edition was created from published recommendations of 12 nutritional authorities and 18 different rating criteria developed from scientific literature.
I've spent many years investigating the effects of nutritional supplementation on disease prevention and general health. My comparative guide shows why USANA's incredible health products have set a new standard in nutritional excellence, and why USANA Health Sciences is ranked amongst the top nutritional companies in the world. USANA Nutritionals are nutritionals you can trust every time.
Please put your hands together to welcome again Mr. McWilliam and our USANA nutritionist, Mr. Alfred, to the stage for the Health Forum.
I gotta get wired here again. All right. Thank you again, Mr. William, for giving us a wonderful presentation this afternoon. So I think we have already prepared some questions for you, and these are the questions that we always face from our distributors and from general public. So I hope that with your presence today, you can help us to clear some of these myths and also questions that are the main concern by our distributors, right? So I think first of all, we have a question about people looking at the advertisement nowadays that they have looking through the new products that is available in the market. And I can say that every day, perhaps every day, there's a new product introduced in the market, and each of them claims to be the best product in the market. So probably now you can share with us how we can look through the advertisement and also how we can differentiate whether this is a high quality product or this is a below par product. Sure. Read my book. What a good answer. You know, there's a lot of market buzz out there. There's always the flavor of the week. You'll hear, certain nutrients being hyped up as the magic bullet. You're always going to get that market hype. But some things that you really have to keep in mind when you're thinking about nutritional quality. We talked in a little more detail when we were just talking here briefly about the concept of pharmaceutical quality. But that is so important in understanding that you can have a product that looks pretty good in terms of what's on the label, but if it's not backed up by solid manufacturing practices that ensure that you're not getting any contamination in the product, you really don't know what you're getting. And so pharmaceutical quality is every bit as important as what is actually in the product. So when you match that with a formulation that is shown to be potent and effective and broad spectrum, that's what you should be focusing on. Okay, right. So the second question will be, why do you want to do such a research, especially in comparing products? Well, it goes back about 10 years now. I was actually asked by the former Minister of Health for Canada to take part on, along with a team of experts, to develop new regulations that now regulate natural health products in Canada. And I guess it's a result of that work, as well as a result of my own interest in trying to find a good quality nutritional supplement for my own family about that time, that I started to compare products. I mean, being trained as a scientist, that was the approach I took, to try to develop an analysis model where I knew that I could be fairly rigorous in my comparison. That led to the seed of an idea, because people started saying, wow, that's really interesting stuff, are you going to publish that? And I thought, there's a lot of misinformation out in the community about why we need supplement, and do we need the supplement, and if so, what makes a good quality supplement? And that was the seed, I guess the idea at that point for the comparative guide. I want to point out, the guide was not commissioned by the Government of Canada. Please understand that. Not commissioned by any company, USANA or any other company. This was my idea, my initiative, and the rest of it. And now it's become quite a force. And actually, the comparative guide is now beginning to change the marketplace for the better. And if I can do that, then I know I'm benefiting a larger community.
Just a purely personal interest there when you started the research. All right. So, thirdly, how much time or how extensive is the research?
Well, each time we go into the market, we basically start again and review all the products. As products come and go, and formulations change, companies change. We want to make sure that we're representing each company fairly and accurately in terms of its product. So, it takes, well, thousands of hours of research and writing. Probably from the get-go, a single edition of the guide will take us at least a year to research and write. A lot of work.
Then, roughly how accurate is your research? Because many people are questioning about the accuracy of your research and also the data that you have published in the comparative guide.
Well, the research in terms of the representation of the products that are out there is as accurately as humanly possible. Everybody makes mistakes. But we try very, very hard to make sure that we do not misrepresent any company, that we represent the product accurately. In terms of the analytical model, we believe it to be a definitive standard for nutrition out in the marketplace. Certainly, there may be some disagreements amongst academics in terms of, well, you should have a little more of this or a little less of that. No model is absolutely perfect. But what we're doing each time we do our research is we go back and we revisit the model and we'll look to see whether there's any new scientific evidence that will change the model. A good example is the discovery only in the last couple of years about the real importance of gamma tocopherol. That wasn't in our earlier model, and it is in our model now because the science is showing it's important. So constant improvement, that's the Japanese term, again.
All right. So now I think this question is about our current situation, especially our economic situation now. Many people are talking about, we are facing a recession now, economy are not going that well, and people are start to tightening up their belts, and they have and then many of them actually sacrifice their health by not taking a good top quality nutritional supplement, and they will go for a rather low grade or even a cheaper version of nutritional supplement in the pharmacy. So what is your opinion on this?
It's really interesting. Each time we do the research, I like to involve myself in the field research, although we need a number of staff to do it. I go spend some time out in the field, and I like to watch people in the health food stores and pharmacies as to how they approach deciding on what supplement to take. You'll see a person pick up one bottle, and they'll look at the label, and then they'll grab the bottle and try to compare it. And they usually end up looking at the price tag on the top, and they choose the lowest price tag, and they go with that one. That's probably the worst decision point you can make when it comes to choosing a nutritional supplement, because the old adage, you get what you pay for, is every bit as true in the nutritional marketplace as it is elsewhere. You're going to pay more for a Cadillac or a BMW than you will for a Chevrolet. It's as simple as that, because the quality of workmanship is better. And it's the same thing in nutritional products. When you're tightening your belt and the economy is tight, yeah, I can understand people trying to save a few dollars, but you can be penny wise but pound foolish in just going by price.